Hi guys, and today I'm here with a Sephora VIB Sale Haul. The most exciting time of the year, as I mentioned in my VIB sale recommendations video, which I will link to down below. This is like the playoffs of makeup. And my friend Julie at swatchandreview.com gave me a code to shop the Friends and Family sale, so I was able to shop a little bit early and pick up all my VIB wish list items. This, in combination with my recommendations video, should give you a good idea of what I think is super exciting at Sephora right now if you're looking for any recommendations. But let's get into the haul. The first item I want to mention is something I totally impulse bought. I'm also wearing a lot of these items on my face. I just filmed a full face first impression, so that will go up soon. But this guy, the Master Palette by Mario. This is an Anastasia palette. As you know, I'm obsessed with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I think that that is such a beautiful palette. The shadows are amazing, and for some reason my order didn't feel complete without a palette, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this one because I just couldn't decide on one, and I had absolutely no intentions of picking this up. But I was like, you know what, I'll try it. I love Anastasia's shadows, and I am so happy with Impulse Samantha. Like, I'm obsessed with this. Today I'm wearing Isabel and Violetta in my crease. Then I decided to put the Bronx on my lids, and then Fifth Avenue in my inner corner. And I am so impressed with the way this came out. You'll be able to see it a little bit closer in my first impressions video. But every single shadow in here is gorgeous. Anastasia does mattes beautifully. They blend like a dream. I think it's a really nice neutrals palette, but then you still get this green in here, which makes it a little bit more interesting. You've got some burgundies, bronzes. I just think that it is such a gorgeous palette. I hope they end up making it permanent, honestly, because I think it's a really, really beautiful palette, and I'm so glad I panicked and bought it. The Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder has been on my wish list for years, and the only shade available for a while was medium, which was quite cool, and I felt like a little bit too light, and there was no stores around me that had Kevyn Aucoin. Anytime I ever went into a Sephora, there was never a counter for it or anything, but they recently released the shade Deep along with a light, which is super exciting to see the shade range extended. I've heard amazing things about Kevyn Aucoin. I've never tried any of his products before. This is $57, so it's very expensive, but with the code 20% off plus 8% cash back on eBay, so I was like, I might as well try. And of course, if you purchase something at Sephora that you don't love, you can always return it, I think within 30 days, as long as it was like you've got your receipt or you purchased it like through VIB. And this is pretty damn great. I'm gonna leave it up to the full face first impressions for you to decide if it's something that you're interested in, but I used it to contour today, and it is like basically my perfect contour shade. Generally I need to mix things. This went on beautifully. It gave like a sculpted look to the face without looking too harsh, too warm, too cool toned. I'm super impressed with it. It's a very high price tag, so of course to each their own. There are great contours out there that cost a lot less than $57, but I'm so glad I finally tried it, and I'm so glad it worked out. So on my face today is the Sephora Collection Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. Again, like the Kevyn Aucoin powder, this is something that has been on my wish list forever. I have no idea why I never picked it up. I always meant to go in and color match myself, and I never got around to it. But before the sale, I went to Sephora and like scoped the scene, got my foundation shades for a whole bunch of different products, so that hopefully I wouldn't have to end up returning something, because I like to purchase online and get my Ebates cash back. This is in the shade Honey, and I've only been wearing it for about a half hour, but I'm really impressed. I loved the feel of it on my skin. Super lightweight, seemed to be quite buildable. And if you'd like an oily skin diaries on this, let me know down below. It's $35, so not really high end, not really like drugstore prices, which is kind of like average for Sephora collection. There's 2.5 fluid ounces in here. I'm not sure if that's normal for an airbrush foundation, but I'll look into that more when I do my oily skin diaries. Also on my face today is the Sephora Collection Matte Perfection Powder Foundation. This is in the shade 54 Warm Amber. Again, I'm really, really liking this. I love the combination of both the airbrush foundation and the powder foundation together. I think I almost could have gotten away without putting on powder, but I wanted to test this out and show you guys my first impression on it. But so far, so good. The shade range for these is huge, like gigantic. There's also a liquid foundation, which I don't think is matte, so I didn't really make any plans to try it, but the shade range for this is gigantic. So if you're looking for a powder foundation or something to set your face with, take a look into this, because the shade range seems to be really good, super inclusive, from very fair all the way up to very deep. And again, if you'd like to see an oily skin diaries on this, just let me know down below. I decided to pick up another glow kit, as you would have seen in a recent disappointing product. The Sweets glow kit, it just didn't really do it for me because there was glitter in one of the shades, but upon your recommendation, I decided to pick up the Sun Dipped glow kit. I'm wearing it today. I think it looks amazing. I knew that Anastasia could do it for me in the way of highlighters, but it was just that one shade that was glittery in there, and then the holiday palette also has glitter, and this one is glitter-free, which is my preference. So today I'm wearing Summer and Moonstone with a little bit of bronze because I was feeling excessive and I wanted to show you guys all the different shades. But so far I am really happy with this. Super smooth texture. I really like the shade range. They are nice and warm, and you know, so far so good. So far glitter-free. Also from Anastasia, I picked up a liquid lipstick. Somehow I have gotten around this past year or two without ever trying an Anastasia liquid lipstick. For a long time they were quite hard to get in Canada, then they recently came to Sephora and I was just like, I have so many liquid lipsticks, I can't own any more. But then with the discount I was like, I might as well try, and just so that I could have it and know what Anastasia liquid lipsticks were all about, because they were like some of the first to get on the liquid lipstick craze. I'm wearing it in the shade Ashton today. I use it in the full face first impression, so when you'll be able to see it on my lips in that video. I really like it. It's a great kind of like warm rusty neutral, but it doesn't have like too much red in there. It's kind of like a peachy brown, I would like to describe it as. Definitely a little bit more drying, but I don't mind a drying liquid lipstick as long as it like looks nice on my lips and doesn't look too like crinkly and gross and dry. I don't mind a little bit of dryness. So so far so good. Let me know what other shades I should be trying in this line because there are so many. And this one looks the most appealing to me. There's a new shade out, Allison, that looks really nice. But let me know what your favorites are in this line. From Nars, I picked up one of their Velvet Lip Glides in the shade Bound. This has a gorgeous formula. It's not a liquid lipstick, it's not a lip gloss, it's not really moussey. It's a very interesting, unique texture. I find it quite long wearing on the lips. I have actually been wearing this for the past few days, just kind of testing it out. I find it quite long wearing, very comfortable, moisturizing. It does transfer, it does have shine, but the shine almost kind of disappears and just leaves color on your lips. Bound is kind of like a mauvey pink shade. I was gonna get Playpen, but that looked a little bit too bright. There's another shade called like something with a D. I don't know what it is. I may actually return this one and get that one. I don't know that I love this color like $34 enough. You know, like it's nice and it's fine, but like if I'm spending $34 on a lip product, I want it to be something that I love and I'm reaching for all the time. And the other one looks just like a little bit more of a shade that I'll reach for more often, but the formula on this is amazing. And if you're looking for something comfortable on the lips, these are really nice. There's also a shade called Aria, which was the one I was initially gonna get. It's like this deep, like not really warm, like a deep brown. It looks like hot fudge is basically what it looks like, but I was a little bit scared that the formula would slip around on my lips, so that's why I went with something a little bit more neutral. On my lips today is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche Duo. This is like a Christmas duo, comes in a really cute gold box. It's in the shade Pepper, which is kind of like a neutrally mauve shade, and then Bronze, which is like a almost, I guess, a bronzy top coat. I'm wearing both of them on my lips today and they're really pretty, but this is like way smaller than I was expecting it. I know that they had duos last year and I don't feel like they were this mini. Maybe I never saw them out of the box. I don't know, you tell me. But the formula feels great, but I'm just kind of like, it's so small, you know? And when you have these like small little lipstick tubes, like that's just waiting to be cracked off as I apply it to my lips. So again, I might actually return this. It's not that I don't like the shade. I might actually pick up Pepper on its own, but I don't find that the bronzy shade is impactful enough on top of the lipstick. Like when I go to put it on, if I try to press really hard, I'm scared I'm just gonna break it. It is a cool bronze shade. It did alter the shade of the lipstick just a little bit, but I'm just kind of like slightly disappointed in this, in the sense that it's like not everything that I thought it was going to be, but it still is really nice. The last item that I picked up is something kind of skincare related. This is the Juice Beauty Blemish Be Gone spot treatment. I wanted to try this because I recently was invited to get a facial at the Holt Renfrew kind of beauty section for the Juice Beauty counter, and I felt like when I left after they put this on kind of my active breakouts, it did such a good job. So I wasn't really sure if it was like the facial process or the kind of spot treatment that they used on me, but I thought I would try it. It's pretty affordable. I think it was like $19. And what I thought was interesting, I actually learned about Juice Beauty at this facial, was that instead of using water as a base, they use juice. And I was like, oh, like fruit juice, like natural fruit juice. They're not like pouring in like, you know, Minute Maid or something. But I wanted to try this because I've had a lot of active breakouts. I use the Mario Badescu drying lotion, but I feel like the type of acne that I have at the moment is like kind of under the skin stuff. and that spot treatment's just not doing it. On top of that, it just looks horrible because I'm like dotting spots on my face. So this one, I like that it's clear and I can just kind of roll it on. So I will report back as to how this does, but I'm excited to try it because my skin has been a real mess lately. I hope that you enjoyed this haul. I was really excited to get it up a little bit early because I didn't really talk about the products that I wanted to purchase during my recommendations video. So there you have it. This is everything that I was lusting after for the Sephora VIB sale. Let me know what you're going to be picking up down below, and if you have a haul or a channel or a blog, link to it down below. I would love to see what you pick up, or you can link to your own like Instagram or Twitter or something like that too. I'm curious and nosy. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!